What's up, everybody? You're listening to Two Pete's and a Podcast, episode 125. I am one of your hosts, Gary Peterson, joined as always by.
Brian Peterson.
He's my brother.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but he is my brother. And not joined by old Joshua.
No, not at all.
If you follow Josh on Instagram, you'd know that he was foregoing this podcast in lieu of a staycation, I guess.
Yeah.
At least that's the way I feel. Brian is not certain that's how it's playing out, but I feel like he's in the exact same town he lives in. Sometimes you just have to get away from the town you live in to go to the town you live in. But yeah, I believe he's got like I don't know if they're childhood friends or college buddies.
He probably bought them because he's just spending money like a crazy person.
He is spending money at a crazy rate, and I am so jealous of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I am also.
Yeah.
But his bank account keeps climbing somehow, despite the many.
It's like he's in a what's the name of that old movie? What is it? Something.
Millions? Ben-Hur?
No, is it Brewster's Millions? What is it? It's something like that, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? I think it's
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, where he has to spend a certain amount of money to.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Yeah. Is it Brewster's? I like that sounds right, but wrong.
Millions. No, I think you're right.
Yeah, it sounds right and wrong.
I think you're right. Yeah. So, so Josh is. You're not going to have the youngish, boyish charms today.
Yeah, no.
You're just going to have the two grizzled vets.
Yeah, we tried to get DQ in here, and he said he couldn't.
He just shut it down immediately.
Yeah.
He did.
It was almost like he had like a 10-hour notice, and that wasn't enough.
It was almost like he was gonna go probably watch what's that movie again? Age or Old?
Old, yeah.
Yeah, you can watch Old again.
He found a theater 3 hours away that still has it.
Right. We don't know what DQ does and why he does it, but anyway. So we will be trying to get some guests on here at some point. We're always
we talked about it, but by then it was too late to honestly find anybody.
Part of the problem is that we don't know. So recording the podcast, obviously, and hopefully it's been getting better for the listeners. With us being on
remote.
Yeah, there's a remote, but there's a delay. But now, because of the way we're all doing the conversation, as you can tell, probably that Josh isn't we're all in the same sync, basically. When I respond to something, Brian and Josh hear at the same time, and I hear the response. So it's the conversation is more fluid that way, instead of, what was happening was Brian and I would be talking about something and then have to wait. Oh, Josh is, he's trying to butt in here real quick with something.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, that sort of deal. And that was frustrating, but
this episode will not be edited that way. Unless I get it to Josh. I mean, I could try.
So part of the thing is, getting a guest is will they record their own audio? You can't really ask them to do that. Hey, will you record your own audio and then send it to us?
If it's another podcaster, it's probably pretty simple. Just go, hey, can you record yours and send it over?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if it's just a random person.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't know. We're trying to. We don't know who to get. It's you want to kind of get somebody that maybe people know or some people know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, I feel like I could get a couple of shoe people on.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out are there people out there that would be interesting to talk to? Are they into video games? Because we don't want to. I don't personally want to just talk shoes. Obviously, it's not a shoe podcast. But we could get into that somewhat with them. But yeah, do they play video games? And I think a lot of people obviously do play video games, regardless of what you're into. So, or can we get a video game person in that's just kind of got a good personality or whatever? maybe that could
Those
possibly happen. No, doesn't seem like it. So basically, we're the cream of the crop. But anyway, yeah. So that's it. So anyway, that's
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, Josh, let us know about midweek.
Yeah, which is probably more notice than we've ever given him.
Like, it's funny. Oh yeah, but
say.
it's funny because at first I just saw him saying, "Remind me about a story." I'm not gonna say what it is. I mean, we don't know exactly what it is, but what it involves. And I was just like, okay, like you could have added it to the keep. That's what I was thinking to myself.
Yeah.
And then I went ahead and added it. And then later on, like, I looked and I was like, oh, he had 2 other messages about how he couldn't do it this week. I was like, oh, I didn't even see that. So, oops. But, so look forward to next week's episode where Josh has a story.
Josh tells a story.
That's so good, he had to add it to the keep.
Yeah,
not he himself.
Is it so good, or I personally am of the belief that maybe that was just him going like, I'm not going to be in the podcast, but I will be contributing something in the future.
Yeah.
Almost like this negative thing is offset with this positive thing, know. That's kind of the way I took it, but
yeah, sure.
What are you going to do? So, but anyway, so what have you been up to, Brian?
Oh, just doing total rebranding of all my stuff. I'm now known as Grub Chub.
Yeah.
I don't know, that like the name entered my head last weekend, and then finally I changed it. Although it's frustrating because on YouTube I have it as Grub Chub, just one word basically, and on Twitch like that they were like, no, you can't do that. I was like, why not? So I had to do Grub_Chub. And I'm Grub_Chub on TikTok, and that's another thing I've been doing is trolling the hell out of some Xbots. I don't remember what night it was, but they're still replying. I got one like an hour ago that was just...
I didn't even realize this was all on TikTok. I thought this was like reset error or something.
Basically, somebody made a video that's like, Sony fans are mad at PlayStation for their PlayStation Plus offerings or something. And then he like posted an article. It's like 2 months ago or something. It's like, I mean, what do you even... Like, one, you can't... I mean, and then he talks about Game Pass, basically. One, you can't compare the two. You'd have to compare PlayStation Plus with games with gold. They both suck. Let's be real here. Game Pass is an extra $15 a month, or whatever it is. And I just said all that Game Pass and still no games. And people... Well, I got a lot of likes, and then I got like this one guy who's just like, oh, Skyrim's not a good game. It's like, Skyrim's 10 years old. It was good 10 years ago.
Right.
I don't want to play Skyrim in 2021. Right. I'm sure there are some people that want to do it. However, you can buy it for about $3.
If you're still touting like Mario 3 as like one of Nintendo's strongest games in their lineup, it's like, okay, man, like... Well, that's the problem. The time has come and gone for that,
That was the problem with their. I mean, and then somebody was like, "Oh, for an extra $5, you can get EA access or whatever, and so you can play all the Maddens and all the Battlefields." And it's like, not quite, because you get the basic version of EA access, which means you can play like 10 hours of their new games, but you have to wait until they go into the vault or whatever to just play the game fully. And these people were just so butthurt because I was like, I would rather pay, $70 for Spider-Man and own the game and be able to play it all the time, a high-quality game, than to pay $15 a month to rent.
Yeah, but you have to understand, like, your argument is off here because you have to understand they don't have any quality games.
I know, that's what's funny is, like, they just go off on a list. It's just like, I can play all the Battlefront games. Like, oh, all 2? You can play all 2 of the Battlefront games. Whoa.
Which were on sale immediately because
exactly.
Nobody wanted to play them.
I can play all the Gears games. Oh, my God. Wow. I haven't played a Gears of War since Gears of War 1.
Even Gears fans don't play Gears anymore.
Exactly. And then it's like, I would rather... Like, some of them were saying that, basically they get new experiences all the time. Somebody was like, I've played through 48 games. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I can find... Like, the quantity doesn't matter to me. The quality matters to me. I can find 500 Flash games and be like, hey, I played through 500 games. I would rather play a good game. Like it's just and like most of their list, like somebody listed PUBG, and it's like, whoa, you can play PUBG on the Xbox? Wow, that's a terrible experience. No, thank you. To which somebody
PUBG?
replied like, oh, you can, yeah. To which somebody replied like, Game Pass is on PC also. And it's like, okay, well, one, not all the games are the same on
Right.
both. And then some people were like, they add new games every month. It's like, yeah, and they also take games away every month. So if you were enjoying that game, oops, sorry, guess you got to buy it now. If you were almost done with it or whatever, like, I don't see Game Pass as what everybody else sees it as. And it's not because I'm a Sony fanboy. I am, but that's not the reason. It's just, it's not logical for everybody to be like Sony needs to do the same thing. It's like, no, they put money into their first party games.
It's listen, yeah, but you can admit that it'd be better if they offered some. Now, no, they don't. They don't have to do the same thing. Like, I don't know what that could look like. Maybe if they offer it, it's for games that are already have already been out for a while.
You have to do that. It's
And
PlayStation Plus collection. Come on, man.
same thing. I guess kind of that this Game Pass thing does too. Where, or at least, or maybe the EA version that you're talking about. The basic version or whatever. Because yeah, I agree. They pour a lot of resources into their first party titles, and their quality. They look quality. They play quality. All of the above. But
That's exactly it. Like, okay, Halo may be an expensive game to make. It looks like trash. It's gonna be trash, but it's probably cost them a lot because it's taken them 10 years to make.
mhm,
But that's you got what that, and you got Forza Horizon. Those are the only two games coming out over the whole year. You're paying $15 a month to get two new games this year, essentially.
right.
Like Sony last year, within a month they had The Last of Us 2. They had Ghost of Tsushima. Like they come out with games very frequently. Like it's just it wouldn't be logical for them to be like, yeah, just pay us a little bit every month and then you can play all of these games. Obviously, if
Yeah.
they did it, I would get on that, but they're not going to do that. 'Cause that's
But again,
crazy.
it still goes to the point of like it would just be nice for Sony fans to be able to have some kind of again. I think you lock out their newest releases and somehow incorporate the other stuff. Maybe doesn't cost $10. Maybe it's $5. I don't know, something to get fans to where they feel like they can get bang for their buck value. And,
Bro.
I agree, the games are the bang for the buck.
You're
What?
talking about PlayStation Now, dog.
PlayStation Now is garbage, my guy.
No, it's not.
It's
You can
garbage.
download games. You can download the games.
Okay, fine,
Yeah.
whatever, but it's still bad. I don't.
So is
It was
Game
launched
Pass.
as a Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that game. Look, my argument isn't that Game Pass is great. I agree. I've done the trials too and been like, there's nothing to play here.
Yeah.
Like I'm so excited. Like when Gabe got an Xbox, I think we did it. It's like, oh, man, there's gonna be so many. Oh, there's nothing to play here. There's absolutely nothing we want to play here. Same thing.
I
Did it
mean,
on
yeah,
the PC. Absolutely nothing that I
I
wanted
think I
to play.
had it for about 2 months on the PC, and it was just like, oh, cool, I'll download that. I'll download that. Played games for like 10 minutes, and I was just like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna bounce
yeah.
off this. Like, I don't.
I did. I downloaded Gears, and you know that I enjoyed Gears 1 or whatever.
Yeah,
The latest Gears was like, what is this? This is terrible. I hate this.
yeah.
And I was like, this is garbage, man. Is this, I mean, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like it felt so different. Like it was like, oh, this doesn't even play like Gears. No, it wasn't that. It just was like, this is just dumb and boring. I don't like it.
And the people saying you can do it on PC, like it's a bad experience on PC. That's what I use. I don't have an Xbox. That's what I did it with, and it's a bad experience
why-
because they limit you in certain things. Like I couldn't use my external hard drive. I couldn't install
Right.
games to that. No. You gotta why? That's a stupid thing, and it wouldn't tell me why. It would just be like, we can't download this. It literally would not tell me like, hey, you gotta
Yeah,
have this on
so-
internal storage.
So-
There's that. There's like Myst came out. I haven't played it yet, but Myst came out. There's a Game Pass version, and a Steam version, and probably Epic Game Store version. The Game Pass version you can't play the VR because Microsoft requires you to make a specific version of the game for Game Pass, or for their UWP or whatever, Universal Windows product, whatever the hell it's called. God bless you.
Like your wife sneezing in the background.
I don't know, but
Oh, man.
like so. You're not even getting the full experience there. You can't modify it at all. Like, it's just insane, like how
Yeah.
limited you are with it.
Why do they have a different library?
Because Microsoft's stupid. I really
Like,
I mean,
is that not was that not their whole premise for this? Like,
Yes.
what was it? What, like, even with the Xbox, like on Windows, or what was it? Windows Day One or whatever.
Yeah.
What's their little thing?
I don't remember, but yeah, I know.
Basically, where they're trying to like cross-platform it,
Yeah.
which was a great idea, because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, great. Like, if I want to buy a really bad game that I can play on two different, PC and console,
Yeah.
cool, I can do that, great. But then you get the Game Pass, and it's like that's not the case. It's like, why is this a different experience than the other one? I don't understand why
It's very
you
weird.
tout like, oh, we're the same. This is basically I don't even know what you'd say, but like superfluous or whatever kind of like design. Basically, like, this is gonna work
Superfluous.
between this and this. I don't know. I'm dumb.
I just now thought about it. I was like, wait,
but
but
it's like,
superfluous.
why do they tout that, and then they go, oh, but then you actually get into it and they go, oh, this is actually a different version than that one, and this works different than that.
Yeah.
And like you say, and again, I know that the PC version of it, I think, has been out less than the
Yeah.
Xbox version, so there's going to be hitches and stuff. But again, trying to download a game, and they're not just simply going like, hey, we don't allow external hard drive downloads.
Yeah, and I've
At least you could go, okay.
I've seen
Fine.
some people say that like it literally like locks off part of their hard drive or something. I didn't have that issue. Obviously, I wasn't a member for very long, but because at first, like, I got in on it whenever it was like it first started, and it was like $5 a month on the PC,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll pay $5 a month for this. Still wasn't worth it to me. Like, that's how bad I truly think the service is. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't care. And again, people just listing the oldest games on Earth to be like, you're getting your bang for your buck. It's like, I played those games.
Yeah.
8 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, like, I don't care. Like, again, the only thing I would get Game Pass for is like whenever they come out with a new, Elder Scrolls. Like, I can get a month of it and probably play the hell out of a new Elder Scrolls.
Well,
and then
let's be
cancel it.
honest. These kind of services are for the kinds of people
Who just
that when the
forget and-
PS5 comes out, they're getting a PS4,
Yeah.
and not even like a new one from like Best Buy or something. They're getting one. They got one at a pawn shop or something. I think it's those kind of people, and nothing wrong like for being frugal and
Yeah.
God knows I could do a little more with it, but it's those kind of people that are just I don't know. I don't want a new game is $60. Not knowing even now that they're worse than that, but
Oh, yeah.
it's just like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Like,
That was the funny part about that TikTok is there were some comments that were like, "Oh, you paid $60 for Spider-Man and beat it, and then we're done with it." And it's like, no, I actually replay games, but also I paid $70 for Spider-Man, so
yeah,
you could have.
joke's on
yeah.
me. Yeah, you that's been your whole existence.
Well, it's just funny because like somebody would put out a list of a bunch of games, and you'd be like, "None of those are good," and then I would just go, and then I would just pick one. Like I would just be like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to play Crackdown 3. That's a game of the year, or game of the generation or something." And people would be so butthurt about it because I just ignored all the other games. But it's like I'm trolling you, like.
Right.
But again, you mentioned Red Dead 2. Okay, that game's what, 3 years old now. Okay, I played through it whenever it came out. Yeah. I don't know. I just Game Pass sucks. I said it. Come at me,
believe
Phil
you said it.
Spencer.
Wow,
Phil
dude.
Spector, whatever his name is. Which one's Phil Spector? Is he the murderer or is he the
I think he's the murderer
or
guy,
alleged
right?
murderer? I can't remember if he's convicted.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know either, but
I think he might
look
be.
at his hair. Look at his
Yeah.
face. He did it.
Or was that no Warren Spector? I think is the
Warren's-
Deus Ex guy, right?
I
Or is
think
that Phil Spector? I don't
so.
know.
No, Phil Spector is the sound of or the wall of sound guy or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, I think
Crazy
so.
hair.
What's going on? Is that a beep at your house?
Yeah. My
What's going
wife's
on,
making
man?
some monkey bread.
You're not keeping things
I ain't.
situated at the house there.
It's not up to me, man.
Hmm?
It's not up to me, man.
I mean, I guess don't bite the hand that feeds you monkey bread.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right, so um, I guess we could tie these two together because Brian's been playing 9 to 5 again,
Well, no, not
and
again. I put it
oh,
because
oh,
last week I just thought the trailer came out. I didn't know it was
well,
released in early
true,
access,
true, yeah.
and I might have said that in the trailer. I just missed it. I don't know. But I play it. I hate it for the most part. It's a on
It's an
Sunday.
ugly
I
game.
had some fun with it. Like at first it's very confusing because it's like okay, like basically it's 3 teams of 3 all fighting each other over these objectives. Although if you just kill everybody, you win. But like
Yeah.
it's weird because then there's 3 stages to it, and each round like if you win the first round, you'll have to defend it in the second round, and then if you win that round, it kind of changes things depending on how you do it. The issue with it is you can literally lose 2 rounds and then just win the last one, and then you win the game. It's like, hey, victory. It's like, okay, so this it just doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
It definitely feels kind of like at first I was like, this doesn't seem too pay to win, but then it starts to kind of feel like that because like at first I was just looking at weapons and I was like, this doesn't seem pay to win. Then I looked at armor. Armor definitely seems pay to win. Like it's not like, oh, I bought this armor. It's I bought this character that like has 125 armor and he can carry 3 perks, basically perks, and like all this stuff. And it's like I have a character that has 105 armor and can carry 2 perks. Like, or no, that's the one that carries 1 perk. So it's just like that seems imbalanced as hell. Like, I don't know. It's somewhat fun. There's only 2 maps so far. One's trash.
And they can watch you stream it on
Oh
GrubChub.
yeah, GrubChub
Right?
on YouTube. Yeah, and we streamed some Apex last night and
It's true.
got 2 dubs for the GrubChub.
Yeah, 2 GrubChub wins.
And 2
And
Grub dubs.
yeah, 2 GrubDubs. By the way, are you gonna with your rebranding? Are you gonna let the world in on some of your potential offshoot brands,
Are
or
you talking about the DoorDash?
yeah, you had some interesting ideas.
Well, you can check
No,
out that. You can check out that Apex stream if you want. I'm not gonna repeat it here. Come on.
why? You don't want people to
Take it? Yeah.
trademark and patent your
Yeah, I
stuff?
gotta get those views on the YouTube if they
I
want to
understand.
steal that from me.
I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
some great ideas. I will say. I
Yeah.
will say. Very strong ideas. Definitely go check out the stream. You will hear Brian piss me off immediately,
Oh yeah.
basically,
And often.
and
Early and often.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
yes.
there was
it stays. He stands the test of
but
time.
you'll see in the stream. There's one round where I'm playing as Valkyrie, who has a jetpack. I fly in. I barely clip this wall, and then fall into a pit, death. Into clouds. But it's like, why can't I use my jetpack? Like I have to hit the ground before I can use my jet. Like that's a stupid mechanic. Like if I have a jetpack, let me use it.
It's even the same way for Pathfinder. Like I can't
Grapple until
can't
you touch
use it.
the-
Well, no, it's weird. Like there is like a little buffer zone or something, like almost like, yeah, I don't know, if let's say you're 10 feet off the ground or something like that, then I can use it. Because like there are times where I'm like, oh, I want to grapple to something while I'm flying through the air and like throw myself even further away or whatever, and can't do it.
Yeah.
Cannot do it.
See that's stupid, but at least that's an ability. The jetpack thing is like that's her passive ability. Like I don't have to use a tactical. See, I can see limiting some tacticals, although it should be some tacticals. Like
Right.
I shouldn't be able to land and then just shoot off a bunch of rockets onto somebody. But although Valkyrie's rockets are trash, but
Yeah.
like the dying there was just like that's so stupid. And then another time, like I land, I stupidly chase a guy, punching him 500 times. He doesn't die, and it's like, how is he still alive? Like this melee system's bad. But I mean, I had a lot more fun on it last night than I ever
Yeah, and
have.
I
But
think
it's
part
fun.
of that is part of the problem is again, you've literally not been able to play that game until
Yeah,
your internet got fixed. So while we've been playing what 2 years now,
yeah,
you've been like playing other things, and so you're kind of at a disadvantage where you don't understand how the game not understand how the game works. It's not like rocket science,
yeah.
obviously, right? It's a first person shooter,
But yeah, it's the
shooter or
movement's
whatever you want to call
definitely
it, but it's different. Yeah, there's like little nuances you have to get. I play it all the time and agree that it's still it's a bad game, but like it's the best bad game that I play right now. I don't know. I'm a glutton for punishment for sure, just a glutton in general, but
yeah.
um so there's that, but like and you started even in our little 3 or 4 hour session there, you started like really getting a lot better. Like there'd be games where you would have like maybe a couple hundred
Yeah,
damage, and then
there's that one where y'all got downed and finished, and then I was like, I
yeah,
finished off two people because I just wanted them out of the game. I mean, I know technically they can grab their banner, but still, I wanted to make it a little bit more difficult for them.
right.
I was with a freaking RE95 or 45.
But you actually ended up you did ruin their game too, because I think another team ended up coming finishing the
Oh yeah,
third
maybe.
teammate. Yeah, because it was a full team whenever
Yeah,
I was viewing them. So yeah, you did that, and then there were games where like where all of a sudden you were doing like if I think one game I did 1,600 damage. I had the top damage, and you had 1,500. So like you weren't even far behind. And you had 2 kills. I think I don't even know if I had 2 kills
there
on
was a
that
lot
one.
of games where I had 0 kills and like 1 assist.
Right,
A lot of games like
and
that.
so it'll get better. It'll get
Yeah,
better, but
I think also I just need to
it was
play
it
with a
was fun.
full squad.
It helps. It definitely helps. But also sometimes, I mean, even for me, like I do have some really great days where I play with randoms
Yeah,
and have fun. Almost because I feel like I guess there's like not as much pressure.
yeah,
I always say, or because I'm not talking to anybody.
yeah,
That's definitely a thing. But I think we'll get to play it more and more, hopefully, and at least it'll be something that people can see on the Grub Trub channel
yeah, for sure.
and see us balling out, dude. Like getting them
Sears
grub dubs.
stupid. He looks stupid.
Oh,
His
Sears the
abilities are
dumbest.
stupid.
Yeah,
Stupid.
they're
Too
still
good.
overpowered,
Yeah.
like even with the nerf. But
Yeah.
um, and speaking of games that we had been playing, like we're last week after the podcast, we actually played with Josh for a good amount of time,
Yeah.
more time than I've played with Josh in for maybe a year total.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of time, and we were playing PUBG again.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it sucked. It was obviously a very bad game,
Yeah.
but we had some fun there though.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, there was
And
a couple games that were just like it felt great.
never
And
got a W though, did we? I
no, we
don't
didn't.
think we ever
We haven't
did.
gotten a
God.
PUBG win in like 4 years or something.
Yeah,
It's been a
but
while.
you did have a win, and that you discovered Blackpink,
Yeah, through PUBG.
which yeah, through PUBG's like their store or whatever, I guess, like
Yeah, like
skins and
they have
music, and
some crossover cross promotion thing, and like
you'd
what
never heard of Blackpink. Well,
yeah, I've heard the one of their
yeah,
songs.
just didn't know of
Yeah, I didn't
them.
know that it was them, and yeah, like I was like, oh, let me look up on YouTube. Like I'm
Hmm.
curious, because one, I want to make sure they were K-pop and not J-pop. I feel like K-pop is the one that comes over here more
To be
often than
honest, you were
J-pop.
making sure they're of age.
No, I don't know their age, but but like I was making sure of that, not their age of if they were K-pop or J-pop, because I kept saying K-pop and I was right, it's
Hmm.
K-pop. And I was just like, I saw YouTube, and then I was like, oh, like one of them was like 900 million views. I was like, oh, okay, they're pretty big. And then I saw another one that was 1.6 billion views, and I was like, okay, they're pretty big. I
Yeah.
didn't know that they were this big. Why are they in PUBG? PUBG. I mean,
Why are they in PUBG, and why is that kind of music, that K-pop stuff, so popular?
hey, Blackpink's cool. BTS, I don't understand BTS love.
I really don't understand it either.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, another generic boy band,
Yeah.
But do they sing in English? I honestly don't know.
I think BTS is starting to. Blackpink does. I mean, some of it. They do some Korean also, but I don't
Not that
know.
I care. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need you to speak
But just
English for me to appreciate you, but like,
how is it so big over here? I don't know.
yeah, like I just know that so many other Americans are so like
Yeah,
American. It's just like, oh no, man, I ain't doing that, dude.
yeah.
You ain't gonna get me to listen to Blackpink, you know. Uh, I don't get it, man. I don't
I
get it.
don't. I don't
Their
either.
view counts just keep
It's
rocketing towards
astronomical.
the sky. It's insane.
Yeah.
Um, and also I think last week we talked about that. What is it? How do you pronounce it? Doke V
Dokev
or
or
Dokev?
Doke V. Yeah, I don't know
And you were
exactly.
telling us about it, and
And you did
you
watch
know,
the
off.
trailer.
I actually did watch a trailer. It was a long trailer
It
too.
is.
Well, I don't remember which one I had found, but yeah, dude, this game looks insane. It
Yeah.
actually looks like I couldn't believe it either because I think Money
That's
said
what's.
that's the most surprising thing he's ever getting a latte.
Is it all mine? No, monkey bread.
Oh man, nice. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like it's an open world. Is it open world? It looks open
It looks
world.
like it. Yeah, it's open world.
The animation style is gorgeous though. Like it's crazy, and it seems so over the top and weird that it just works. You know, like um, I don't even know how to describe it, but like again, the art style and animation was really cool.
That's what's weird is like again the world looks super realistic. I feel like. I mean, it's colored up, so it's
Sure, yeah. I
saturated,
mean,
but
it's a
like it.
cartoony.
Yeah, but like the characters look very cartoony, but also still really good. Like I don't.
Yeah, no, it looks
Oh,
tremendous.
yeah,
Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. Like it's so over the top cartoony, but like
but it also looks like there's 500,000 activities to do. Like you
yeah,
see people
and
skateboarding, but then you see somebody longboarding. You see somebody like
there's a character
flying.
that
Like
like yeah, like Spider-Man's his way through the sky, and it's
I'm
like,
just like,
huh?
what's happening? Does this
Like you
game have
drive these goofy little
everything?
cars, and it's just like I don't know, man. It seems like a lighthearted GTA almost in
Yeah.
some ways, you know.
Like blended with Monster Hunter. Like some of that combat looked like Monster
Yeah,
Hunter
yeah,
ish.
exactly. I don't know, man. I really do think, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I checked that trailer out because, oftentimes you'll talk about games that I don't know anything about, and I don't say anything about them. I don't go
Yeah.
check them out or anything. Sometimes I intend to, and I just forget.
Right.
And this one, I don't know why, but I just was like,
Because I think
let
during
me
the
check this one
record you
out.
said you put it on or you like searched for it or something and had it
Yeah, I
ready to
did have,
go.
yeah, and so I think that definitely
And it
helped.
was like 10 hours later you're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, dude, man, it's. I do recommend people check it out
Yeah.
because I don't know how you pronounce it exactly, but um,
DOKEV.
yeah, DOKEV, amazing looking
Yeah.
stuff. I watched. I feel like it was like an IGN thing or something, but either
Yeah,
way,
maybe.
very very cool, and like that art style is just
Sick. Sick nasty.
stupid nasty. Yeah. So, um, but that's what I would definitely go check that out. But
Yeah.
um, let's see what else we got. Uh, Sony show September 9th. You were all ready and
I
raring to
was
go about this bad boy,
yeah, I was
huh?
raring to go. I thought it was gonna be at night. It's not. It's. I mean, it's like late afternoon, which is the perfect time for me to be screwed over on it, basically. Because
Yeah.
here's the other issue. If it was a normal week, I could just be like, I'm gonna leave work about 1 o'clock or something, leave a little bit early. However, we have Labor Day off,
Yes.
so and I'm still a temp technically, so I'm not getting paid for that, so I cannot afford to take any extra time off.
Correct.
So yeah, that sucks because I was like, oh man, we could live stream us watching it. Could have done that, but nope.
Not so much,
It's
huh?
at like 3 o'clock, I think. Which is like I'll have to work my breaks around. Well, even then, I don't know how I'll watch it because the connection there is so bad, and they prevent you from watching YouTube on their Wi-Fi. Stupid.
Do they really?
I think so because I've never seen one YouTube video work, but I can still watch TikTok over there. So they haven't gotten to that yet.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, maybe I'll find. Maybe PlayStation will live stream it to TikTok. I can watch it through that.
Like, I get it to some extent, but if you're on, like, I don't know, how do you like just keep everybody off.
That's
It's
what.
like I'm
Yeah,
on
that's
break.
my problem. Like, yeah, like just let me do this. But it also might
Yeah.
be only for guests because I'm still technically on the guests Wi-Fi. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? It's frustrating though.
So
And I've thought about just not, like, just trying to stay away from it and then have a React
look at it.
video. Sick, dude.
Right.
Freaking React, dude. Because David Jaffe's talking some crazy mess. Although I don't put that much faith
Isn't
into
he like
him.
what?
Like he's
No,
saying that he saw
sucks,
some new
honestly.
PlayStation game that's just like it's gonna blow your effing butthole off, basically. But he said he doesn't
I'm
know it's
always
gonna be
down for
revealed
that.
this week or whatever. But it's also like I feel like Sony's distancing themselves from him, so I'm not sure. I mean, there are rumors about a Twisted Metal game. Obviously, he was.
Is it because he's like
he's the creator, or I think
all
that's
right?
the creator. No, I think just I mean maybe, but also because he hasn't had anything worth anything in a while. I mean, he had that Drawn to Death that was bad, and like I don't know, he had that Calling All Cars or whatever that was bad.
I mean, everything he's touched has been a bad game to me, basically, for like 10 years easy.
I feel like God of War was the last good game he had.
And that was over 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2004, 2005. That was a very late PS2 game, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, but it's possible if there is a new Twisted Metal, it's possible that they were like, "Hey, look, you're the creator of Twisted Metal." I think he's the creator. I'm not exactly sure. He was definitely a game director of Twisted Metal and stuff. It's possible they showed that to him, and that blew his mind. Or God of War 2, 2 Ragnarok, whatever they're gonna call it.
Right.
He also created that game, God of War, on PS2. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they said it's gonna be 40 minutes or something, around 40 minutes, which is kind of disappointing. But I feel like that means
disappointing in what way?
that it's short. Yeah, I mean, it's been so long since we had a show. But I feel like that also means we're probably not going to get any PlayStation VR 2 stuff. I hope not at 40 minutes. Like, no, show me some God of War Ragnarok gameplay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll have that. They'll probably have some more Horizon
Gotta have some more of that.
And, yeah, and I mean, I'm hoping for some big games, but who knows? I mean, maybe this is where they finally announce that they acquired Blue Point. And show off a Metal Gear Solid remake, please. I would love that.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I actually would like that. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid. We're talking like what? We're talking about the OG. Yeah.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
The one that started it all. I know that's not the first Metal Gear game, but yeah.
The one that really started it all.
The one that really started it all. Yeah, baby. The one that was on the Pizza Hut.
Hey, yeah, all respect to Metal Gear, but
but Metal Gear Solid was the one.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
I know.
Nice 4K, updated everything. Not just. I don't want like a higher fidelity version of it. I want like let's redo it, baby.
However, I want them to bring back the voice actors. Don't do anything weird with voice actors.
No, I want everything to play out exactly.
I want Cam Clark. Yeah.
Like you can even just use the same voice lines. I don't care.
Yeah, for sure.
Just make it 4K. Make it make it pop.
Yeah, make it pretty.
Make that booty pop.
Yeah. But I am curious if they did that, though, because do they just basically make it Metal Gear Solid 1 that plays like Metal Gear Solid 5? Do they just make it, like, gameplay-wise, basically the exact same? I feel like they would update it.
I think you have to make... You're probably right, but I feel like they should leave it the same, personally.
Like, they could have the MGS5 gameplay, but, like... I feel like the issue with that is they would have to either add a bunch of new content or it would just be very weird. Like, because the first game isn't that open. Like, Metal Gear Solid 5's open world. I mean, yeah, there's not that much side stuff to do, which is actually good. I don't like side stuff that much. But, like, yeah, like, I don't know. If you're just diving around corners and having bullet time and spraying people in the head and stuff. It's a little bit different than the old one was, where you,
Right.
whose footprints are these?
Yeah, that's what I need. We need that. I need more stealthy stuff.
The
And the
Metal Gear
new
Solid
ones,
5 had stealth in it.
yeah, I know it had stealth in it, but you also,
Rambo,
you know,
Rambo, yeah.
yeah, you were given all these tools to where you could also action it up if you needed to.
Yeah, but I
And
feel
it's
like
like,
they've
yeah, I
always been
know,
that way. Yeah, you could always use the
yeah,
Nikita missile and
sure, but
murder people.
again, but you have to agree that Metal Gear Solid definitely favored stealth more than some of the later games.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake
Okay,
Eater.
I consider that one of like within the
Oh, okay.
same
Okay.
time frame, like the
Okay.
up to about 3.
Okay.
Anything later than 3 is
3 had
like
that
where
whole
they.
camo system. That's the one I want them to remake the most. I mean,
I
Metal
know
Gear
you
Solid
do.
1, awesome. But, like, I mean, I
Snake
am
Eater's your
curious.
favorite.
Yeah, I am curious how they would do a remake of 3. Because in the original version, you had to go into a menu to, like, pick out camos, and it had percentages of, like, how camouflaged you are. Would they streamline that to be, like, here's a button to where you just automatically equip the
most
best
streamlined.
camo? Yeah, like, I feel like they can't do that, but, like, I definitely feel like there's something they would have to do to streamline it some. Not for me.
But
I
why?
don't care. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, but why?
I just feel like people would cry about it. Like, I could go in these menus and change my camo every 3 seconds. Like, you don't have
Did
to.
they cry about it then?
I feel like some people did.
Yeah, but can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, but
They're gonna piss you off if they take it away from the original approach. I know you wouldn't be mad about it, but like,
yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't like just a
or
automatic.
maybe to be able to toggle it or something.
Yeah.
I'll keep it old school, or I'll do the. Because then I could see the appeal of that. Like, for somebody like you'd probably play it through the way it was the original way, and then on your second playthrough of it, you'd be like, okay, now I'm gonna toggle the easy camo button or whatever, so that I can just enjoy just kind of cruising through the map a little bit more and worry less about, oh, I gotta go on the menu, blah blah
Right.
blah. So yeah, I don't know. But I guess that's always nice to have a couple options. But
Yeah, I
just
mean, I
know-
was whenever Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence came out or whatever the re-release. Like, I didn't like the new camera in that. I mean, obviously it wasn't third-person shooter exactly, but it was behind the back,
Yeah,
and like that was like I'm not used to playing it this way because I played the hell out of the original version, but I definitely, if they could do like Metal Gear Solid 3 with MGS5 gameplay, but like merge the two, it'd be so good.
I wonder if they could ever do that, man.
Hey, if they come out with a remake of 1, that does real
Oh,
well.
sure,
Then they come out with a
sure.
remake of 2. I mean, a remake of 2 would also be insane. Like
Yeah.
that whole ship intro, and I just want them to remake all of them. And then by the time you get to 5, hey, the technology will advance so much you can make 5. Then you can even
Do
have chapter
8K.
3.
There you go. Let's talk about your Hulu issues
Okay, yeah. I was hoping DQ would
and the
be here for this, 'cause
stupidest thing you've
y'all
ever
are
said.
still. You can ask my wife about this. On Hulu, whenever we're watching a show, I had to turn off, autoplay on the next episode because literally, it doesn't matter what show I'm watching. It wants to go to Days of Our Lives, which I've never watched. It's not on our watch thing. It's just like, here's season 50, episode 20. It wants to do that. So I turned off the autoplay. However, whenever I finish a show and I hit back, it'll take me to Days of Our Lives for absolutely no reason. It does that every time, without fail. I don't understand it. There's also times where, like, the little stupid blocks where they show, like, the episode name. I've had it where the words are off of that, or there's just no
Really?
words. It's just like, okay, that makes absolutely no sense. How is this so broken? And yet you and DQ try to claim that Amazon's worse.
Amazon is worse.
Amazon has its issues, for sure.
Yeah,
like the way they split
have
up
all
seasons.
the issues. They have all the issues.
The way they split up seasons is the main issue, and that's really the only one.
Here's the problem. You're here's why you haven't discovered the many Amazon issues. It's because you're not watching anything on
I
Amazon.
watch a lot on Amazon. Speaking
You
of
watch
Amazon,
HBO.
speaking of Amazon, no, actually, I watch a lot of their original programming. Unlike you should watch Hannah.
Mhm.
Speaking of HBO and Amazon, HBO's leaving Amazon, and that's stupid. So I'm gonna need your
I mean,
HBO
at
login
least-
information.
Okay, but you can then at least watch it in a better way.
I mean, I could
The
already.
bad HBO
That
app.
was what I was doing, is I was using the HBO Max app because having the subscription through Amazon. But then it was like anything that's on just HBO, I could watch through Amazon, which is a much better service, much better interface.
Mm-mm.
It is much better. I want to see the
No,
little tiny circles.
That's dumb.
I don't like HBO
The
Max.
circle, it looks great. HBO Max's interface looks great.
Yeah,
No,
it just controls like trash.
It's bad,
Yeah,
but
but so they're
whatever,
leaving.
whatever.
So yeah, I gotta get HBO Max.
and then we got YouTube getting serious about streaming. Yes, it seems so, right? Like I feel like this had died off, right? Like there was a time
seemed
where
like- yeah.
HBO gaming was a thing, right? Like there was an actual
YouTube
separate
gaming.
YouTube app or YouTube gaming, sorry.
Yeah.
And there was a separate app and all that sort of stuff, and they were trying to make a big push for like getting gamers over there, and it
Yeah.
just wasn't happening for whatever reason. And to your point, I don't know why, because you don't with Twitch, you have to be a literal pro basically to get any quality of stream over there, and it's still bad.
Yeah, and it's still
YouTube,
half.
You're
of-
streaming at 2K 60 or whatever.
And you can stream at 4K if you want. Like,
Well,
if
sure.
if I could, I could stream at 4K, and they don't have any issues with that. And
Right.
I mean, there definitely
bitrate
are
looks
some.
good.
There's some things that I think YouTube needs to do because basically what kicked off this news is they got Tim the Tatman, Dr. Lupo, and Courage JD or
Courage.
whatever.
Yeah.
To get off of Twitch and come over there, so they're all playing with Doc now.
To join Doc, yeah.
Yeah, which is cool for Doc because he did seem like he was dying over there on YouTube,
Mhm.
and he says that he knows why he got banned and that he's suing Twitch. I don't know. He still didn't give the reasoning, but that's his
Yeah.
claim. I feel like some of that is because I think they found a loophole to ban him.
Mhm.
Because my guess is once what was it, Mixer? Yeah, once Mixer,
Went under.
came crashing down. They're like, crap, we paid this guy a bunch of money. Now everybody's coming over here. Now they don't have any options, basically.
Right.
Because YouTube sadly isn't looked at as an option, basically.
Right. It's weird.
Like,
yeah, I don't understand.
see, I think this could get slightly dirty in that to me, Twitch could start doing it to where if you're partnered, you can't even have your videos on YouTube. That would be extreme,
It
but
would be very, yeah.
but right now, as it is, you can be building a base over there on YouTube to where people watch your
jump
stuff
ship,
and subscribe,
basically.
and then just be like, okay, well, I'm going over there now.
Yes.
And the issue with YouTube is discoverability. There's no. I mean, I've seen some people saying like, I just like the Twitch chat more. It's like I turn chat off immediately. Like they both have chat. Yes, the way Twitch does it is it's on the side of your screen. On YouTube, it's down in a little box down under. I prefer that because I don't care about chat personally.
yeah.
But I understand it should be an option, or it should be something where you can
Opt
have
out
it.
or-
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely some of that, but they need discoverability. As it is, it's hard to find a live stream that's actually live. You can go to live streams and be like, hey, this was streamed. This was live streamed 5 minutes ago. It's like, well, it ended, so it's not live streaming. So don't show it
Right.
to me. There's that. They need to have a different notifications. Because if I subscribe to somebody, I don't want a notification that they posted a video. I want the notification that they're going live.
Yes.
That they need that. There's definitely some things that they could
Quality
do.
of life
Yeah,
improvement.
exactly. Because they have the much better product. It's just they have some things that they need to get in check. Or get in
Right. And it's
line
weird.
to-
You would think that they could easier because, especially drawing eyeballs to the platform, you'd think that would be easier because
YouTube's huge.
no one. Well, yeah. Where do you spend all your time at? watching YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, most people do, is what I mean. Like I do. Like
I
like
watch a bunch.
when I'm here on my computer and there's I don't feel like playing or whatever. I'm just sitting here going,
I'm
what can
just
I watch on
I'm
YouTube?
going to YouTube.com, looking, seeing no videos, going somewhere else for 2 seconds, then going back to
Yeah.
YouTube to try to find a
Yes.
video to watch.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that constantly. It's so much so that like yeah, to talking about the React channels, like I watch that crap. It's like I hate all of that
Yeah.
basically. But like sometimes I like a band so much that I'm like, oh, let me see this person react to it.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy has never heard Stevie Ray Vaughan. Well, let me see what kind of treat he's in for. You know, uh, it's crazy, but yes, the quality is there. Like your streams look great, and it's like you're just you're just a regular person with a good internet
Yeah.
and you've got your streams look infinitely
And
better than
and
even the biggest guys over on Twitch.
and also the thing is then it's just archived immediately to YouTube. I don't have to like
Right,
do anything
right.
extra.
Yeah,
It's just
it's already on the
if you
DVR
want to, yeah, if
essentially.
you want to watch that, you can. I mean, you can do that on Twitch. You can have VODs or whatever, videos on demand. But like those are still going to be terrible quality.
Yes, and they'll go away I think after a while
Yeah, I
too.
think like 60 days or something. They eventually go away. But like, yeah, I mean, and that is an issue. Is whenever I was playing 9 to 5, like one day I was like, let me try this Twitch thing out, and I did. I like barely streaming for like an hour or whatever. I had more interactivity than I did on YouTube because I think just discoverability is there. Some people will just go like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this game. It's got 0
Just
viewers or
playing.
something. Let me, because some people will do
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, it's got no viewers. Let me go in there and see what's going on. And some people will chat with you because the chat is there.
Right.
I think what YouTube needs to do is just like I don't. I mean, it's hard, but like just show like the top live channels or the top live games or something. They need to do something with their UI for the streaming stuff to work. Like always on the front page, there should be like if there's three rows of stuff, one of them should be live videos or something. Not just
Right.
like who you follow that's live, but they need to do something with that. And
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and they need to have a kind of a Prime thing. Like to me, have it to where basically if you're on Google Music or YouTube Red or whatever it's called now, you can subscribe to somebody for free. They should have the whole subscription thing like Twitch has, because that'll make more money for the streamer, so they would be more willing to stream over there. I like because Doc says getting banned off Twitch lost him what like 75% of his money or something, something
Is
crazy.
that what he said?
I think so. And he lost a bunch, and
Interesting.
I'm sure a lot of it is the whole subscription stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it has to be. Has
But
to be. But there are ways to, yeah, there YouTube does have little built-in things that you can do, but it's not as I guess user friendly maybe.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's very hard to. Like, even whenever I'm looking to see what's live streaming, it's like I got to go over to the left, scroll down. Okay, there's live to find an actual live channel. Like it's very weird to like, and even if you have a thing to where up at the top there's a tab that's just like, here's videos, here's a tab for live to show, here's who's streaming or something.
Right.
To like, oh, I want to watch live videos right now. Let me click that to see what's suggested to me on live videos. I'm hoping that they make those changes because, yeah, like again, I would rather stream to YouTube because it looks so much better, and I want a good looking. Like whenever I want to watch a stream, I want to see one that looks good so I can see what the hell the game
Yes.
actually looks like. But on
Agreed.
Twitch, it's just not like there's so many. I mean, I think I've talked about it before, but there's so many TikToks. It's like here's the resolution you want to stream at because the 6,000 kilobits per second. If you're at 1080p, you're not getting enough and all this stuff. It's like, why? Or I can go to YouTube and stream at 4K at 100,000
Mhm.
megabits per
Immediately.
second. Like, yeah, like it's insane. You don't
Yeah,
need
it
any
really
partnership. You don't have to go through these achievements to get to, what partner and whatever the hell else they call it. Like, yeah, just YouTube's
they
better.
just put so many like hurdles between you and the quality stream.
Yeah, and
It's
even
like
then, yeah, it's still not a quality stream.
no. That's the part I don't get, like you said. I don't understand why you would, as a viewer, even want to
Yeah.
subject yourself to watching a muddy garbage stream when you could be watching a very clear, good stream. And also, the other thing is, I don't know if this is just my own speculation, but people are, yes, money is obviously the motivating factor for when people make these jumps, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not doing it because they have some like, oh, I'm loyal to YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
It's none of that stuff. They don't care about the UI or any of that crap. Like they'll figure that out. But it's the other thing is to me is that it's about how Twitch is being so heavy-handed with things right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, they
You can
literally. What
get
was
banned.
Wednesday?
You
Wednesday
can
was like a day off, hashtag a day off Twitch or whatever, because I guess some people are creating these hate raids. I guess they're calling it, to where people just
mhm.
come in and just comment the
It's just
worst
the
stuff.
weirdest thing. First of all, if you're
Yeah, for
involved in
sure.
any of this kind of stuff, what is wrong with you? Fix your brain.
Everything's wrong with you. Like,
Yes. Gosh dang, dude. What honestly, what a loser. Like
Yeah.
like if you take part in anything goofy like that, honestly, you're a loser.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. But yeah, there are these kind of things, and they're just like you can literally get slapped off the platform for like not knowing, like to Doc's thing, and I'm sure he's known for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not even want to use him as an example per se, but because he's done some questionable things, but
For sure.
um, it's more like if certain things happen on your stream that are out of your control or whatever, like they can get you. It's just like they're so like sensitive, like almost like too woke to
Yeah.
where it's ruining their own platform. And I'm not saying like, oh, let people be racist idiots on
Yeah.
there. No, I'm not saying that kind of thing. I'm just saying when you have this overcorrection that they're doing, then you start really just kind of watering down the content you're getting.
Well, that's the weird part, is then they don't seem to want to protect people from these hate raids or whatever. But also, you can just create a new account, even if they did ban you. Like, yeah, there's not much they can do about stupid people. But
right.
like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's very weird, because some people would say like, oh, well, they can't, for bandwidth. Like, well, I mean, like YouTube's probably eating a lot on this bandwidth,
Mm-hmm.
but that's their whole platform. Twitch, that's your platform. You should make a good-looking stream. Also, hey, you're owned by Amazon. It shouldn't be an issue. Run it on your Azure servers, or where is that, Microsoft? I can't remember. Whichever servers, AWS, whatever it is. Like, you should be able to handle whatever.
Right.
You're a huge company. Just
Yeah.
at least have it to where people can, get to a decent level, even if it's not for the low streamers. I mean, that's still stupid to, you know, uh, gatekeep it or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is frustrating as hell, and just hopefully, yeah, they make the changes to have, the discoverability there, because especially like as a person who gets very low views on my videos, like there's times also where like I'll be streaming, and then I'll have it on my phone to make sure that everything's going fine, and it'll say 0 viewers. And like whenever we were talking to DQ last night, he said he watched some of it, but like I never saw any. It still said 0
Mm-hmm.
viewers. Like, I understand not
Yeah.
counting me as a viewer, that's fine, but like you didn't show
Count
him.
the viewer as a
Yeah,
viewer.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Right.
sure
Yeah.
afterwards I can go and it'll say like 3 views or whatever, but like in the moment I should know if somebody's watching. Like, that is one thing. Like, I did download because Twitch has some beta stream app thing. Like, it's basically OBS, or something like OBS, and they have some options that I need to look to see if there's plugins for OBS. But basically, it's like you can have your chat pop up. It won't be on the stream in your
Right.
screen, but like you can see it, so you can reply. And like I don't understand why they don't have that on OBS. But again, I need to look deeper into the plugins, because I would hope somebody's come up with that.
Has to, has to.
Because yeah, to me, like just down in the corner, show me how many viewers or whatever. Like if one pops up, then just be like, hey, there's two people
Right.
watching. And then fade it out.
Yeah.
And just don't have that on the stream. But there's definitely a lot of stuff they can do, and hopefully they do.
But the quality is there, and that's the
Yeah.
most important part so far right now to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And even like even though basically nobody's watching my live streams, like I'll sometimes in the middle of the night just get a text or a comment that's just like, hey, great videos. It's like, I mean, it's not really
nice.
a video, but yeah, I mean, it's just from some random. I don't know who they are, but it's just
Right.
there's that, and then yeah,
Is it
like,
comment for a comment?
yeah, it's comment for a comment.
Nice.
Hey, dude, I sub to you. I'm up to 25 subscribers.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough getting a start, but
It is tough getting started, but you keep plugging away at it.
yeah, and I'm trying to do it like a little bit every night also, for the most part, so that I can try to.
Sometimes you'll get 3 or 4 streams in one day from Brad.
Well, yeah, that's on the weekends though. I'm just saying, like on weekdays, I'm trying to stream for hour and a half or something, just to be doing something.
You can watch him eat his monkey bread live.
Yeah, you can.
Like you can on Patreon.
I mean, yeah, we were talking last night
/TB.
about like if I get this GrubChub thing going, then we could have GrubChub chug, where you pay me a certain amount of money, and I blend up food and drink it.
That's right.
Chug it. I just chug the drink.
Speaking of chubs, this is something I meant to talk about a while back. But so I'm a boxer guy, right? Boxers or briefs kind of dude,
okay.
you know.
I thought you meant you like boxing. I was like, no, you don't.
No, I don't like boxing. But I mean, I appreciate it.
You're putting on some persona.
So boxers or man panties, basically, right? Like that's always the thing. And I've always been a boxers guy for, I mean, basically since I was, I don't know, like 10, 12, something like that.
Yeah.
I tried some man panties, dude.
What? And you're in?
Yeah, I'm even wearing them now, honestly. I'm being honest, but I don't know if the fit isn't right for me or what, but I do packing some heat, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's an issue, but honestly, like I don't know why anybody wears these.
Oh, okay.
They look
I thought that was
ridiculous.
going to go a different way. See, I like the boxer briefs.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Just
like
loosey-goosey boxers I don't like.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess I figured because the cut would be higher, like maybe it would
be
more free moving and stuff, and like and it's just like no, it actually feels worse to me. Like
I don't think I could take that
like the boxers go down the legs,
so
they're kind of like they're kind of in the right place all the time,
right?
For the most part, and these are like it feels like they can very much shift in either way.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And you're like, next thing you know, you're like, I've got to pull copious amounts of man panty out of my areas.
Yeah.
And I just felt like everybody should know that. If you're a boxer person and you're thinking about going the tidy whities, the diaper look, don't do it.
Yeah. I really thought that was going the other way, where you're just like, these are the greatest thing.
No, I fully. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that was going to be the case, and I kind of thought it would be.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm going to get these, and it's going to be the thing where I'm like, where have these been my whole life? And obviously, store shelves is the answer to that. But no, after getting them, I'm like, they look ridiculous. They don't feel that comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like basically they're the equivalent of like a thong. Like it's like I feel like I've got more wedges than I've ever had before. Like it's not great, honestly. So and also when I go to talk to Gabe in them, as I get laughed at pretty hard, and it hurts my feelings, honestly. But it's also understandable.
That's weird.
Just stick with the boxers.
I don't think I'll ever try briefs again.
No, I'm telling you right now, there's no reason to. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Don't do it.
Unless we get a sponsor. Hey, if you want to sponsor us, mebriefies.com.
Yeah, Sheath Underwear.
Well,
they have boxers too.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so.
So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else you'd like to get off your
Yeah.
chest there, Brian?
I will say you don't know this. Nobody knows this except for the person I freaking did this with. Last Sunday I guested on a podcast.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was very awkward at first because I'm me. Yeah, I've been going to this Reddit subreddit of like podcast guest exchange. I just kind of look because
Mm-hmm.
maybe somebody on there piques my interest for us to get on over here. But some people make a request, and I kept looking at them, just being like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. And then I just responded to this one, and yeah, it's Parrot Gaming Productions, I believe is the channel. The episode itself isn't up yet. It's going up on the 20th anniversary of September 11th.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So remember that day. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. We talked a lot. I thought we were
Is
gonna
it just
get
one person? Is it multiple hosts?
it was just one guy, a veteran.
Mm.
But
Like an actual military vet?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say ex-vet, but I guess that's not an ex-vet. It's still a veteran.
Yeah, there are no ex-Marines.
Exactly.
Super fun.
Hoorah. But yeah, I mean, it was fun, but I really thought we were going to get more into why I hate all Marvel movies pretty much, which I actually forgot to talk about your favorite Marvel movie ever. The one that was just released.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Man, very good movie, by the way. Very good movie. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I was going to bring it up earlier and I totally forgot. But
I did too.
yeah, man, Shang-Chi just came out. It's very good. It's very good. I was one of the people that was like not very high on it when I saw the initial trailers.
Yeah.
The CGI or the green screen effect was like very bad, and there's still
it sounds like
portions
it's still,
of it.
Yeah.
But it's much improved over the trailers. Like, they definitely took the extra time to correct some of that. But obviously, again, you can't help it. Like, there are portions of the film where it's like, well, yeah, they're standing in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of other portions where they are also, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
But either way, like, the
got
action in this movie is very good. And this is your boy, what was his name?
Brad Allen.
That just passed away. Yeah, Brad Allen.
Which did you said they had a tribute
They
to
did,
him or
yeah, at the
something? Or
end.
dedicated it to
I
him?
totally zoned on the name, but yeah, they did say like
Yeah.
in memory of, at the end of the movie or whatever. And his work on this was incredible. Like, the action scenes, and Gabe and I were talking about it because I feel like this is a top tier Marvel movie, and Gabe said it also didn't feel like a Marvel movie, and I kind of agree with him, like, because especially nowadays, like, everything is so tied to the Marvel universe that they're obviously trying to angle for like how we can cross over people and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there's some of that here.
I'm sure there is, but
right. But if this didn't have a Marvel name attached to it, you would just think that this was like this kind of like mystical,
you'd think it was
like
Bulletproof Monk.
Eastern, Asia kind of, fight, whatever. Like, it's just the fight choreography is stellar. Like, it's because the Marvel stuff has gotten so over the top because people are superheroes or whatever, but for most of this movie, it's just
practical fights, just martial arts.
Yeah, that's it. And
that's
it
what
looks
that.
great.
And then DQ said, yeah, it's right around 2 hours, which is like, okay, that's doable for me. I mean, isn't it supposed to be on Disney Plus in like 45 days or something? I think this is
probably.
I think that's what's going on with this. I'll watch it then. Like, I like martial arts movies. I hate Marvel movies, but I
really do think you'll like this movie.
I might. I mean,
no, it's not like
I say,
I'm not saying it's perfect or anything, but it's a darn good movie, I think. And I don't even like Aquafina, and I was like, okay, it's fine, it's good.
She speak with a black accent?
No, but she is Asian, Miley Cyrus. I said,
yeah,
because she has the huskiest, smokiest voice basically I've ever heard, and it's kind of off-putting in some ways, but yeah,
I don't understand how she became so popular.
I don't either, and but the main guy, Sim Liu, he's awesome.
Right.
His dad, the guy that plays his dad, Tony Leung or whatever.
I didn't know Tony Leung was in this movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm
He's
not saying
very
that right
good in
now. I'm
this
saying
movie.
like I saw that like a few days ago. I was like, wait, Tony Leung's in this movie? Like,
I
you
figured you, yeah, because you know a
Yeah,
lot of
he was
Asian
in.
films and
Hey,
stuff.
2046. He was in
Yep,
it.
yep.
He was in
Yeah, he
2046
was like
one.
cop number blah 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 or whatever? Is that what he was? Or
No, he was the main guy in.
I'm thinking of a different film of his. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's very good in this movie actually. Quite a handsome guy, I might
Oh
add.
yeah, you need to
Uh,
watch
uh,
2046, bud. Some
is it the one with
some beauty
the
people.
love scene?
Not like a graphic
Okay.
love scene. I'm just saying like he's just a handsome, charming looking man.
Yeah. So he is a very
And
handsome
that
guy,
that
and he's
had
very good in this.
I can't remember her last name. It's Maggie. Can't remember her last
Q,
name. No, not Maggie Q. I can't remember her name, but it's Maggie
Gyllenhaal.
something. I'm pretty sure. People will be
Hmm.
mad at me over this, but she's also
Um.
a handsome woman.
Yeah, handsome one. There you go. No, again, I can't. You could watch this separately from Marvel and be like, oh, this is a totally different, separate thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like that about it. Because I did not like Black Widow really at all.
Yeah, I
The
mean, I
first
know.
few.
Yeah, last night or yesterday, whenever you said you liked it, I did do the. Oh, Gary likes the latest Marvel movie,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah, because everybody knows I love that, and which is true. You didn't like that one, but I mean, come on, that one was so bad.
No, I admit that I generally like most Marvel movies, and like I I personally don't think the Eternals looks good, but
Yeah,
I will go see it because I am, I'm just in that I enjoy the world. So I'm gonna
right.
go see it and then I'll judge that movie on its own and be like, yay or nay. Because Gabe and my wife, they think it looks great. Gabe especially, and I'm like, really? I'm like, man, I don't see it personally, but I'll see it. Um, I expected this one to not be that great and came out very surprised, man. Like it's honestly, it's a top tier movie for me. I really like it. Um, it, it I also thought that the post credit scenes were probably in the top three of strongest post credit
Oh,
scenes of any Marvel movie.
so it wasn't
And
just Samuel L. Jackson being like Avengers Initiative.
oh crap.
Oh no.
Um,
I looked it up. It wasn't
so
Maggie. I don't know where I got that from. It was Gong
oh
Li
okay.
and
Oh, Gong Li.
Zhang Ji or whatever's in that. Also, I'm bad
Yeah,
at pronunciations, but
you're very bad at
she was
this.
also in that.
Um, what else? Of course, like I say, I think the fight, I think the action in this movie is because it is just straightforward fighting for most of it.
Yeah,
Is probably top three strongest action scenes in Marvel movies, and they've had some good action scenes because it's like big, oh, comic book,
yeah,
blah blah blah.
craziness.
But oh man, it's so good. I
That's
really
where
really
like
do.
I can't like whenever I see something about like Avengers Endgame, like the end of it or whatever, it's just like there's 500 billion people. It's like I can't get involved with any of this. Like this is just too much happening. Like I don't care about
Yeah,
these kind of things. I want like one person versus like 10 just beating the hell out of them. That's what I want. Like I say, like whenever I saw that clip of like the bus fight scene from Shang-Chi where he's like takes off the jacket, bunch of people, puts the jacket back on, and like all fluid, like
mm-hmm,
yeah, it reminded me of Jackie Chan. I'm like, okay, that seems cool. I thought the movie would still be 3.5 hours long because that's what every movie is now.
yeah.
And I was glad to find out it's not. But
Excuse me.
oh, God bless you. Talking about my wife sneezing, and you're figuring out.
I know. I just all of a sudden out of nowhere, um, but yeah, I think the opening to the film is fun and stuff too. Like it gets pretty right to it, you know.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, all the actors and actresses in this pretty good. I think Gabe said he thought Aquafina's a little flat in some areas, which is like
yeah, she's
sure,
Aquafina.
she's not an actress or anything or not
Yeah,
good at
she's
stuff
canceled. She's canceled now anyway. So
and stuff. Well, fingers crossed, but um. No, I do recommend people see it. But anyway, also I don't recommend you go see it in briefs.
no,
Do
they're
a
gonna
box
say
of
D
briefs.
box or something. I was like, is that a movie
Yeah,
in D box?
yeah, do D-box. Yeah, we saw it in Dolby Vision. It was very, very, very nice.
Yeah, at
Very
the
nice.
2K intermediate.
Yeah, probably knowing Disney.
Yeah, that's why I said
Um,
it.
yeah. But anyway, that's it for the podcast, right?
I think so.
Think so. Okay. All right. So check out YouTube.com GrubChub.
Yeah.
Search it in the search bar.
Yeah,
'cause,
don't do
Brian,
/ GrubChub because I can't.
yeah,
Can't get that
anything.
out. Yeah, I can't pick that out.
But you get all of Brian's good, bad, and the ugly on his streams.
Like on the 9 to 5, you'll hear me for an hour say it's the worst game I've ever played. Why am I still playing this? And then I get a win, and I'm like, this is the best game ever because I shotgun to like 4 people. Because that is one thing about that game. Sorry, real quick, is whenever you use that shotgun, there's times where you'll just blast somebody, and it just feels real good to just blast somebody and just watch them ragdoll down to the ground. Just be like, I blasted that man in half. He didn't actually go in half, but man, he basically went in half.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. But then there's times where I'm sitting there just shooting somebody 500 times, and it's just like, why is he not dying? But
welcome to video gaming, right?
Well, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, patreon.com/2peats. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Sorry there was no Josh this week. That's his fault, not ours.
Yeah.
He'll be flogged for it.
Sure.
And yeah, that's it. Everyone have a great week, and we will see you hopefully next week. Later.
Bye.